I see people in my office all the time whose financial life looks like one big knot. It is such a mess they don't know where to begin to get it untangled. Once your finances are in a knot, you start making bad decisions, like being current on Visa but behind on your house payment. That's like building a house without a roof. When you're in the middle of a money crisis, it's hard to determine who to pay. It can be overwhelming. In this lesson, I'm going to cover what I call the 4 walls. The 4 walls will help you prioritize your money while making sure you have the necessities you need. And when I talk about the 4 walls, I'm referring to food, shelter, including utilities, rent or mortgage, transportation, and clothing. If you only have so much money coming in and something can't be paid, what do you need to pay first? By thinking through the 4 walls, you can know you have to take care of your family first. Your creditors don't care about your family. They just want to get paid. You cannot pay Visa if it means you won't have enough money to feed your family or pay the electric bill. Now, not paying Visa will ding your credit report for a while. But guess what? Taking care of your 4 walls will allow you the opportunity to buy back some time so you can get back in control. Part of correctly using the 4 walls means you have the strength to say no to stuff you don't need. You can live without Starbucks, but you need a place to live. If your finances are tangled up in a knot, you need a plan for systematically untying the knot, putting your life back in priority order. You can't start to untie anything by diving into the middle. You have to find an end. Smoothing out your situation is going to take some patience. The first priority is to make sure that you have food on the table. Not eating out every night or buying the best food you can find at the store. I'm talking about plain, basic food at home. You want to make sure that you're able to pay your first and second mortgage if you have one, or that you're able to pay your rent. Paying your mortgage or rent first will give you some slack in the rope to work on the next step in the knot. Next, you need to make sure that you're able to take care of your utilities. That's electric, gas, all the things that are necessary for your home or apartment to function. Cable TV is probably a luxury that you don't need. You do need to have clothes on your back, but not high-end name brands, just basic clothes. And then the last is transportation. Maybe you need to consider selling a car, carpooling, or taking public transportation, whatever it takes to get you where you need to go. You may even need to consider selling that high-end SUV to help clean up your mess. If you have a car, make sure it's well maintained so that it can get you to and from work. The best way to be sure that you can cover your 4 walls is to have a written game plan. That's right, I'm talking about a budget. A budget gives you control over where your money goes. We tell people to spend every dollar that comes in each month on paper on purpose before the month begins. Now, even if you can't cover all your expenses in a given month, you can still decide who to pay and what to pay. This puts you in control of your money instead of your creditors. So let's take a look at an example of how to untangle your finances using the 4 walls. In this example, this family brings in a monthly income of $3,750 after taxes. The family's typical expenses look a lot like this. They have credit cards from Visa, Home Depot, and Discover. Now, the minimum payments on those credit cards total $555. They also spend $83 per month on gym memberships and a subscription to Xbox Live. The mortgage is $1,200 a month, and they spend an average of $600 a month on groceries and $300 on clothing. Their utilities total $640, and their internet costs them $60 a month. They also subscribe to a mid-level cable TV package that costs $80 per month. They have 2 cars with payments that total $925 and spend $700 a month on gas and insurance. They spend $400 per month eating out, take dance lessons for $75 per month, and spend $140 on their cell phone bill. This family is spending over $1,800 more per month than they bring in. This is a mess. Let's apply our 4-wall principles to see if we can start working on their knot so they can start moving in the right direction. Their monthly take-home pay stays the same at $3,750. But instead of going into more debt this month, we're going to choose to protect the needs of the family by making some tough choices. Keeping the mortgage current and the lights on is our top priority. So we're going to choose to make those payments first. Next, we're going to set aside around $600 for food. Now, of course, if you can find a way to get through the month on less than that, that's even better. This family decided to get rid of one of the cars to reduce the car payment, gas, and insurance expense to $975, saving themselves $650. And that was a tough choice for them, but it's going to make a huge difference in their cash flow. They also decided to make their current clothes last a bit longer, and they cut their monthly clothing budget to $100. They decided to keep their cell phones, but they do their exercise around the neighborhood instead of going to the gym. They eat at home instead of going out. They also got into the habit of reading books from the library instead of watching TV. Now, after they covered their four-wall items, they have $285 that can be applied to their unsecured credit card debt. This family is headed in the right direction, but they still have some work to do. They have a plan and are taking action to improve their situation. Now, to recap, the four walls are food, shelter, transportation, and clothing. These are the areas that you absolutely must take care of each month to avoid getting your finances in a knot. Put you and your family first. Be the boss of your budget and don't allow creditors to set your priorities.